Cheltenham Gold Cup, and First Gold is the first to go on from Harbour Pilot in the red jacket and Irish Azar on the outside. Keen Leader follows these as they cross the first fence. Best Mate landing in about 5th place on the outside of Sir Rembrant. And then the Real Bandit followed next by Alexander Banquet, Trucker's Tavern, and B4 Salmon rested at the rear of the field over the second. And it was First Gold that led to Harbour Pilot as they passed the packed enclosures here at a feverish Presbury Park with 2 circuits of the course in front of them. They're quite well strung out already, and it's Thierry Duman on First Gold that's making the running to Harbour Pilot in 2nd place. In 3rd is Irish Azar. And then a gap of about 3 or 4 lengths to Keen Leader, another 2 or 3 to Best Mate on the inside, the Real Bandit and Sir Rembrant, and then Trucker's Tavern, Alexander Banquet and B4 Salmon. B4 Salmon approaching the fence at which he departed last year. He's safely over this time. Heading now towards the water jump. And in close-up, First Gold in the headgear. Harbour Pilot a half length down, clearing the water. Irish Azar was over in the next position from Keen Leader. Best Mate going right along the inside from the Real Bandit as now they approach a jumping test. This is an open ditch. First Gold is the first to land there. Back in the field, Sir Rembrant, Trucker's Tavern, B4 Salmon, and Alexander Banquet is at the back. Heading towards the next now. They jump 22 in all, and First Gold is safely over that one. That was the 6th. They now approach a left-hand turn going slightly uphill, and it's First Gold by 3 or 4 lengths to Harbour Pilot. Irish Azar and Mick Fitzgerald in 3rd place as they clear this next one, an open ditch. Best Mate very close there with Keen Leader just preceding him. Irish Azar just drops back to 5th, and a shake of the reins from Mick Fitzgerald. The Real Bandit, and then a gap to Trucker's Tavern and Sir Rembrant and B4 Salmon and Alexander Banquet. Thierry Duman really asked for a big jump from First Gold, and the French horse delivered in tremendous style as they reach the top of the hill, swinging left-handed. The next fence is a tricky one. It's the fence where the Real Bandit fell in an earlier race here this season. It's slightly on the descent, a drop on the landing side, and First Gold takes it in front from Harbour Pilot in 2nd place, Irish Azar, then Keen Leader, followed by Best Mate in 5th place as they begin the run downhill towards another plain fence. The Real Bandit is behind these, and then Sir Rembrant, Trucker's Tavern, B4 Salmon, and Alexander Banquet, a pretty useful horse, is completely tailed off at this relatively early stage. First Gold may well be setting a very strong pace here as they run towards the turn. Rain softened ground as well. It's First Gold approaching the turn in then as they return to their starting point at the end of the first circuit. Best Mate having gone off the 11-8 on favourite to win his 3rd Cheltenham Gold Cup. Heading towards the next, and First Gold by 4 lengths to Harbour Pilot, drawing towards it. Irish Azar is over next. First Gold is jumping for fun in the lead. Best Mate along the inside, then Keen Leader. They're bunching up a little bit behind the front pair. The Real Bandit is patiently ridden by Tony McCoy as they jump the next. First Gold again really stood off it there. An exhibition round from him so far. B4 Salmon is ridden very quietly towards the back by Timmy Murphy. He'll be looking to make ground on this final circuit. Trucker's Tavern just behind him, Sir Rembrant just ahead of him, and Alexander Banquet continues at the rear. So they swing into the back straight once again then and head for the next fence, the first down the back. It's the 13th down the hill, and no real mistakes so far. First Gold leads the way to Harbour Pilot, Best Mate on the inside, and then Irish Azar with Keen Leader wider out as they take this plain fence. The Real Bandit, then Sir Rembrant. Irish Azar just has to be niggled along again, hitting another flat spot as B4 Salmon moves up, and Irish Azar sharp reminders and losing ground as Trucker's Tavern moves up on his outside, clearing the water jump, and Alexander Banquet continuing about 25 lengths behind them. Back towards this open ditch again, and it's First Gold that draws to it. Jumps it very cleanly once more from Harbour Pilot. Best Mate goes up into 3rd. Irish Azar has been pulled up before that ditch, very disappointing. Then on the outside, Sir Rembrant improving with Keen Leader, and then B4 Salmon behind these, the Real Bandit, as now they run left-handed towards the next open ditch. They've got 6 fences left to jump from here. And it's first gold by 4 lengths to Harbour Pilot. Best Mate seems well poised on the inside. Harbour Pilot just jumping slightly across him there. So Rembrant has improved in the red and yellow jacket. Goes third now. Out wide is Keen Leader, then the Real Bandit and B4 Salmon. This is another plain fence. First gold. There a mistake by Sir Rembrant on the outside in disputing second place of Harbour Pilot. Best Mate in fourth under Jim Culloty. He's got about 6 lengths to make up on the French horse, who continues to lead as they return to this tricky fence. It's 4 out, and it's first gold that comes in to take it. This time he didn't take it quite so well. Harbour Pilot in second. Best Mate and Sir Rembrant on their heels as they start down the hill with 3 fences left to jump. It's first gold. Best Mate on the right there. With every chance. Harbour Pilot, Sir Rembrant out wider. Here's 3 out. First gold from Best Mate up the inner. Then Harbour Pilot, Sir Rembrant there clear of B4 Salmon and the Real Bandit. They race towards the final turn. First gold and Best Mate being held in there by Harbour Pilot. Didn't get a good run as they race for the turn. Sir Rembrant takes off out wide. They've got 2 fences left to jump. First gold is joined by Harbour Pilot. Best Mate has got to get out of trouble and now pulls wide at the front pair. Then Sir Rembrant wider out. B4 Salmon is fifth. At the second last, Best Mate, great jump, and there he takes it up. And 38 years on, now Best Mate has his big chance to emulate Arkle. Heading down to the last is Best Mate from Harbour Pilot. Best Mate a half length to Harbour Pilot. Sir Rembrant is back in third. Best Mate, he's a length ahead of Harbour Pilot. Starting up the hill, it's familiar territory. Best Mate from Harbour Pilot. Sir Rembrant on the outside. Can he hang on? He's clinging on. Best Mate bounding away. Best Mate, 3 gold cups. Sir Rembrant and Harbour Pilot. Then B4 Salmon, who stayed on well. Next is first gold. The Real Bandit, a very tired horse. Keen Leader is sprinting up the hill, but way too late. Then Alexander Banquet. Well, he's done it. He's done it. And Cheltenham is alive with the applause for this great horse, this brilliant horse, Best Mate, who has lived up to all the hopes, the anticipation, the giant burden of expectation on Jim Culloty here, and won his 3rd Gold Cup. Arkle did it 3 times in the mid-60s. It wasn't easy, was it? There was a nasty moment on the turn in. He was held in by Harbour Pilot. He got snatched up for just half a stride, but he jumped to the front at the last. The hallmark of this horse's career has been his clean jumping. He needed a good jump at the last. And then, when he needed some courage on the run-in, he wasn't found wanting. Best Mate wins his 3rd Cheltenham Gold Cup.
Here's 3 for Jim, 3 for Best Mate. Absolutely incredible. We've seen Henrietta and Terry describe the feeling from the back of the horse.
To be honest, we'd walked the track beforehand and we said the only place to be is down the inner, because down the middle is very cut up. For the last race here, it was last year, but there was no grass in it, so it was much better on the inner, so we had to take the gamble, and at times I wasn't getting the best of run, but what we lose by doing that, we gain in the fact we were on the best of the ground, you know.
There was no quarter given turning into home straight.
No, exactly, like it's a goal. That's everybody's saying it's a steering job. It's a Gold Cup, there is no quarter given, you know.
How hard was that?
Well, he's battled on really well. I was struggling, like.
This is amazing, isn't it?
I'll let you go.
Enjoy the moment. Well done.
Just enjoy these scenes because you don't have to worry about past history. This is our bit of history. Best Mate has done it in the most fantastically dramatic circumstances. Just coming off that bend, short of space, but he dug and he dug this horse, and just look how the public love him. The wall of sound that crashed out from these packed stands. They come here to see him win a third Gold Cup, and he hasn't let them down. A triumph of triumphs for Henrietta. Quick one. Scenes beyond description down here in the unsadly Enclosure. Absolutely fantastic. Henrietta greeting. And here, Hen, come and have a word. Everyone wants to hear what you've got to say. The relief, the relief.
It's the biggest relief I've ever heard. Listen to them. I thought we were beat.
Did you?
I thought we were beat coming to the last. He's tough though too.
He dug and dug, Hen.
And brilliantly ridden.
Yes, because he had to be cool, Jim, when he was denied that gap. But for all these people, and for all these people, this is what they want. Singing in the rain with Best Mate. Hen, thanks. Go and say hello to him.
Fucking awful song.